Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Pass it on to somebody else who may like it as well. And if you have time, please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Now, today I wanted to talk to you guys about gift ideas for Valentine's Day. Someone said to me recently with the legend of Aquarius and how romantic and loving and passionate many Aquarius are, at least when you get us to that point, that is. Some people never get us to that point. But if you do get an Aquarius to that point, you will find a very passionate and loving and sometimes romantic creature. So they said to me it's very interesting to them that Valentine's Day is during Aquarius. And I was like, but of course. But of course, who better, to tell, who better to teach humanity about love than the Aquarius? And I know some people are sitting there thinking, Aquarius don't express their feelings. No, we don't. But when we do, it's very amazing. When Aquarius really melts with you, we thaw, and we really, really are there with you, you have a whole different person. So I think that it's very fitting, Valentine's Day, the month, the day of love, being during Aquarius season. I've always thought that's cool, especially being as though it's the day after my birthday. So I'm like, it was always like a birthday and then a holiday. It's really cool to come together. So today I wanted to talk to you about gift giving ideas. Now you can use these ideas pretty much for any holiday, but these are specifically useful during Valentine's Day. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you are an Aquarius, the smartest thing you can possibly do is create an Amazon wish list. Now, you guys know I'm an Amazon associate, and I'm an Amazon associate for a reason. I use it all the time. I buy things from Amazon all the time because their shipping is really fast. Also, I have an Amazon wish list, and I use that a lot too. Because one of the things about being Aquarius, we like very unique things. And a lot of us have these collections, because you guys know I have my collections of tarot and my collections of pocketbooks and my collections of this and crystals and this and that. Jewelry, I love to collect things. So when you're a collector, you generally have a lot of stuff. So it's not easy for somebody to say, oh, I know Queen likes tarot, I'll get her a tarot deck. Well, there's thousands of tarot decks, and I bet you I have most of them, I have like 300 or 400 decks all together between tarot and oracle cards that I've been collecting. So chances are I might have the deck that you want to give me, for example. So I have an Amazon wish list. That's why I said Aquarius should always have one, because chances are we already have, or we don't want, especially if it's on our collection list. If you come talk to me about a deck, I probably already have it. So the way to make sure to give an Aquarius a gift that they, number one, going to want, number two, is practical, and number three, is cherished and appreciated, number four, is to use their Amazon wish list. So if you're an Aquarius, start an Amazon wish list. Maintain your Amazon wish list. Every time you get something off of it, make sure you delete it like I do, okay? Because if you're going to be in relationships with people, they're going to want to give you gifts a lot of times. So if you're open to receiving gifts, which I am, because gifts are my love language, create an Amazon wish list so people can see what to get you if they choose to get you anything at all. That way, it won't be any, like I said earlier, any, I don't want this, I already got this, that kind of thing. Are you re-gifting it or something like that? Like, come on. The other thing that Amazon is useful for is the Amazon gift card. The Amazon gift card you can mail to somebody's house, or you can email it to their email. I love this because I'm in Costa Rica most of the time. My family is in the United States most of the time. And so this gives me the ability to give them gifts without having to pay shipping fees. So I just send them a $30, $50, $100 gift card, and they can go buy whatever they want and have it shipped directly to their home instead of me paying to have it shipped. So if you're an Aquarius, really seriously consider number one. And if you're buying for an Aquarius or anybody in general, consider number two. Okay, what else is good for an Aquarius? Well, if you're not going to go with one of the things I said in the very beginning, the other thing you can do is, I would say, ask the Aquarius. I like to surprise people. So I like it when they have a wish list and I can just surprise them with something from their wish list. But with an Aquarius, if you don't know what they're into, that can lead to getting them a bad gift. So many Aquarius are strange. You might think that they want the new Jordans, for example, and they might not like them. They don't want that, you know. Aquarius have a tendency to be, what's the word for it? Eccentric, unique, you know. So a lot of things that other people might like, we might not want. Okay. So when dealing with an Aquarius, if you don't want to go with one or two, ask them what do they want. Because it's better to ask an Aquarius what they want and discuss, you know, gift exchange, which is I'm going to get to in a second. It's better to ask them what they want and get them exactly what they want than to give them something that they don't want and don't like, especially if it's somebody who gifts are their love language. If somebody gives me a gift I don't want and I don't like, number one, I'm going to keep it anyway, because I feel like, you know, that's the appropriate thing to do. But at the same time, when somebody gives me something that I really want or really need, then my association, my connection with them and the gift is totally different, because I feel seen. I feel heard. You heard and saw what I wanted and needed and got me exactly that. So I would suggest just asking the Aquarius, hey, Christmas is coming up. What do you want for Christmas? Hey, Valentine's Day is coming up. What do you want to do? Just ask them. Another thing I wanted to make mention of before I get into some other gift ideas is always really good to ask a person, Aquarius or not, how they feel about gift giving. Because when the people who asked me this question initially, several of them were in new, fresh relationships with an Aquarius. And honestly, today it's become very fashionable not to celebrate holidays. Every time I come online during a holiday, there's somebody bitching about the holiday. Oh, this is commercial. This is that. You know, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, get past it already. Celebrate or not, but get over it, you know? And some people will be online on Valentine's Day, and I think some of them is because they're lonely, but some of them will be online on Valentine's Day, like really, you know, riffing about how it's not about love and blah, blah, blah. A holiday is what you make it. It's a celebration, and it's what you make it. So if you are new in a relationship with a person, Aquarius or not, ask them how they feel about holidays, number one, and then ask them, do they want to exchange gifts and how they feel about gift giving. This is a conversation you really should have with your new boo. You shouldn't take for granted that they want one thing or another, or that they celebrate, or that they're interested or not. I personally would never be in a committed relationship with somebody who didn't enjoy holidays, because that would kill me. I love holidays. So in the first couple of conversations, that's definitely something that's going to come up. I love holidays, and I love giving and receiving presents. So I'm definitely going to be like, well, how do you feel about this, in one of the very first conversations? And I suggest that you do the same thing. Make sure the person is interested in celebrating the holidays in the first place, because like I said, it's become so fashionable not to. And also, they may have ideas about it. Like, for example, they may love to celebrate, but they don't want to spend too much. People always bitch about how expensive Christmas is, but it really doesn't have to be. You don't have to spend millions of dollars. You can have a thing with your love that you'll make something for each other on holidays. So if you have these kinds of conversations, you'll be able to then get the most out of it. So I would suggest asking how they feel about holidays and how they feel about gift giving, how they want to handle gift giving. That should be one of the conversations that the two of you have in the beginning of the relationship. That way, nobody gets disappointed. Me personally, as soon as they said I don't do holidays, I'm gonna be like, well, I can't do you. Boop. I'm out. Can't do that. Because, like I said, I really enjoy them. And like I said, they don't have to be expensive. A holiday is what you make it. I love the decorating part. I love, getting a special meal. I do love giving and receiving presents. I love all of that. So if that's something that a person is going to find to be a chore, I'm not a person they should be with, because it's going to get on their nerves. Valentine's Day, my birthday, Christmas, these are going to be big deals to me. Even Halloween. I love Halloween. I love doing things on holidays. So it's going to get on their nerves, so we might as well not even go down that road. Okay, other things to get in Aquarius. Aquarius, like I said, ask them, but Aquarius do like gadgets. So they might want a new gadget, such as a new phone or a laptop, or some them earbuds that are wireless. They might want something like that. That's a great gift idea for any time. There is also the cliche Valentine's Day gifts. A lot of Aquarius, especially second decan Aquarius, third decan Aquarius, my fault, are very traditionally romantic. So we would like flowers and candy and, strolls on the beach and, candlelit dinners and candles around the bathtub and rose petals in the bed and rose petals in the tub. And a lot of us would like that. Of course, I can't say all of us, but a lot of us, especially those in the third decan, would really enjoy that. So don't bypass some of those traditional ideas. A box of candy and a teddy bear can get you very far, especially if you know that he or she, in a lot of cases, usually when it comes to stuffed animals, plushies, things like that, a lot of women do like them and some women cannot stand them. So if you ask her what she's into, you'll find out. So if she's into those kind of things, maybe go to Build-A-Bear and make her a special plushie, or something along those lines. So those are the kind of things that are really cool. I remember my mom is a retired police officer, and when somebody gave her a teddy bear, I think it was one of us, actually. I can't remember which of her children. It was one of us gave her a teddy bear for Christmas that was a cop. It was a teddy bear with a police outfit on, and it was holding like a billy club. It was so cute. So sometimes something like that a person would really enjoy. But these are the kind of things, that's why I said you need to talk to them, because some people could despise, plushies, and you never know. Somebody might be allergic to flowers. So if it's a brand new relationship, these are the kind of questions you want to ask. Also, going places. Aquarius like to go places. So a really great gift would be tickets. Tickets to Aruba. Tickets to a show, a ballet, depending on what we're into. If an Aquarius is into something, like I'm really into a lot of different music. For example, I like Whitesnake. There's a lot of different things. I like, let me see, which bands do I like that are still around? All the bands I like are like, old now, but, and most of my favorites have passed over actually. But for the things that I do listen to, like at one point, who is the group that sings the song Alone? I can't remember. Heart. That's their name. Heart. Heart was playing in New Jersey. And I was telling my friend how I wanted to go see Heart. Now, me and this friend ended up not going for other reasons that I'll tell you in another story. But just her offering to get the tickets to me was really sweet. So tickets to, a band that your Aquarius likes, maybe an indie band, something along those lines. And like I said, tickets to places. A lot of Aquarius like to travel. So if your Aquarius is one of those Aquarius who like to travel, maybe springing for a trip somewhere may be a good idea. Okay? So I've given you a couple different things that the Aquarius would really like, depending on your Aquarius. Now it's up to you to do your homework and figure out what type of Aquarius do you have. Do you have an Aquarius who's into these kind of things? And if they are, these are the kind of things that they may like. A lot of Aquarius that I know are into crystals. So jewelry like this. Remember I said earlier jewelry was a great gift idea for Aquarius. Jewelry is a fantastic idea for an Aquarius who's into jewelry. And you can tell that by looking at them. Do they wear a lot of jewelry? If you look at me, you can tell I always have on jewelry and I always have on different varieties and different kinds. So obviously I'm into jewelry. So ask your Aquarius, what kind of jewelry are you into? Do you like rose gold? You know, do you like big bamboo hearts? You like crystals? You know, what are you into? And get them something like that. And remember, the things I've told you today are on a sliding scale. You can get roses for as little, in some places I've seen roses as cheap as $5, all the way up to hundreds of dollars, depending upon what kind of roses and what kind of arrangement. But your money doesn't have to like be the longest for you to give an Aquarius a gift that they'll love. One time somebody gave me a book and I wanted this book for a long time. This book was like $30 and I wanted it for a long time, but I was being so cheap about getting this book. And my friend bought me this book. This book had, I mean, I've read it cover to cover. I've gone back to it several times. This book has brought me more joy than a lot of gifts that I received. So maybe get your Aquarius a book. And how will you know which book to get them? By asking them, hey, what do you like to read? One time somebody was asking me about, what I like to read, and I had one of the poetry books by Rumi on my wish list, and I love that book. I still, to this day, I sleep with it by my bed, because to this day, sometimes I'll roll over and just want a message from Rumi, and that kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be expensive. People have this idea that, holidays, especially Valentine's Day, you have to spend oogobs of money and get diamonds and all this crazy stuff. When in reality, you can go to the market and get the ingredients for a picnic, depending upon, where you are, weather permitting. You can get the ingredients for a picnic and make a picnic for your love in the park. If you're living someplace where it's cold right now, make your picnic in the living room. Get somebody to watch the kids, light some candles, make it nice and romantic, and invite your boo to a picnic in the living room. That costs you next to nothing, the price of groceries and maybe a bottle of wine. So my thing is that, holidays aren't about the amount of money that you spend. Holidays are about the amount of thought that you put into them. And these are the kind of things that some people say you should be doing all year round, and you should be. But it's nothing wrong with having a special day that's dedicated to love. What's wrong with a day dedicated to love? I can't think of anything better. I love Valentine's Day. Even when I don't have a Valentine, I just spend the whole day remembering to give love to people that I might not see all the time. It can be that simple. It can be as simple as just sending messages to people you care about but don't get to talk to often. So think about those kind of things as you're deciding on what to get your Aquarius for Valentine's Day. All right, guys, come back soon because I have a lot more to say. Oh, and if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll be happy to hook you up. Also, I would love you to become one of my patrons on Patreon. Underneath this video is going to be everything you need to get in touch with me and the link to my Patreon page. If you have time, please check it out and come and be one of my beloved patrons. All right, guys, see you later.